Hello and welcome to EDCI 570, and we're going to go into Module 5. This is the introduction and instruction to Module 5. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we'll go in through Module 4. Down here, click on Module 5. And Module 5, suggested completion time is in early October. And by this time, you should have received my feedback from the quantitative research summary paper. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. I just want to make sure that you understand what my suggestions are, my editorial suggestions. And I try to, when I go through a paper, my suggestions and comments are editorial nature to help you to put forth your arguments, put forth your summary in a clear and concise manner so that the reader will better comprehend what you're trying to get across. I do not in any way try and go in and try and change your way of thinking. I may pose questions to help you as you improve your writing, help you to think on a topic and how to flush it out in more detail for your reader. So for Module 5, and we're now in it. The picture I'm sharing is from when I took a trip back home a couple of years ago in early October to a family farm, and it was during harvest season and a beautiful fall day. On the right, we have corn. On the left, we have soybeans, and that's how the economy in Western Illinois and much of Illinois in the Corn Belt and Corn Belt states. The economy revolves around growing these two crops. So you're watching the video that has the introduction and instructions. You're watching that right now. For the reading assignment is to read chapters 5 and 6 from the Creswell and Guterman textbook. I'm going to click on here. And these two chapters go into the collection of quantitative data and then the analysis of quantitative data. And one thing for you to consider as we go through this is the term generalizability, and that's also related to the word limited and what limitations a quantitative study has. And when a researcher says their study is limited to a specific population or group, that's the group that you can generalize it to. The people who are in that group, the members of that group, that's who the findings can be generalized to. And readers, scholars who try to generalize beyond that group, they need to do that with caution. And I hesitate young scholars, new scholars, beginning scholars to generalize beyond what their research is limited to. Couple or three questions to consider as you go through chapters 5 and 6. The first one is what evidence is missing that could or should be collected? That goes back to validity and reliability. What assumptions are being made that need generalizable evidence for support? And what assumptions are being made that need to be categorically refuted? Go back to the page. So then I have links to get to the supplemental PowerPoints for the two chapters. First one, chapter 5. And this is related to collecting quantitative data. Chapter 6 will be analyzing and interpreting quantitative data. And one thing, a quantitative term that you will hear is the term correlation. And just because a researcher will find a correlation between two Variables does not mean that the results are causation. Correlation, and this is something to remember, correlation does not mean causation. Okay. I have a video on reliability and validity, and my 2 cents, my 3-minute thesis type explanation of these two terms. I'll start with validity, and that is you're asking the right questions of the right people. You're collecting the right data from the right samples, or members who are in that sample are the right are the right members to be collecting the right data. Reliability is just consistency. That's a consistency term. Consistency of the data. Does someone who is participating in the research, are they giving a consistent answer every time that it's asked of them? Are members of a random sample giving consistent answers over the course of the survey? Have you posted your module reflection? And I've posted my 2 cents. Just as a reminder, you can respond to my 2 cents when you respond to the two other postings. And then the final thing is to complete the module quiz. There you go. Click on here, take the quiz. And then there will be a link to go to module 6. And again, this module suggested that it's due October 12th, suggested completion is around October 12th, early October. We're also starting to get toward the midterm of the semester. If you have any questions, again, if you have any questions about my feedback for the quantitative research summary, please feel free. I can schedule an appointment. We can meet on one of the virtual virtual office hours. That concludes my introduction and instruction for module number 5. Take care, and I'll see you in module 6.